Now, I hate to be the one to stir the pot. I really do, but I'm sorry. If I see some hypocritical shit, I'm calling it out. It's a trend going on right now, and they're calling it the black wife effect, right? Pretty much, it's black women who are married outside of their race, and they're showing the before and the after of their husband being married to them, right?
I'm seeing so much negative backlash from this black wife effect trend. Let me just tell y'all, as a man who's been married for 11 years to a black woman, your woman is going to affect how you dress regardless.
The things that I like about them are, first of all, the skin color. I love, love, love their skin. It is so beautiful, so smooth looking.
Hello good people, I hope you're all doing fine and amazing. Welcome to African Commentary. Here we learn and grow every day, and if you're new here, kindly consider subscribing, liking and sharing the videos. I'll really appreciate. In today's video, I am going to talk about the black wife effect. It is a trend that happened some years ago, whereby men will show pictures of before marriage and after marriage with a black woman, and you can see the change. You can see how the man was looking before marrying that black woman, and after there is a big visible change, and in a good way, not in the bad way. So without speaking much, let's watch some videos, and then I'm going to give my 2 cents at the end. Also, let me know what do you think about this in the comment section down below.
I'm seeing so much negative backlash from this black wife effect trend. Let me just tell y'all, as a man who's been married for 11 years to a black woman, your woman is going to affect how you dress regardless. It starts off with, oh, maybe you should wear this shirt instead of that one. This shirt looks better with the jeans. Here, maybe you should get some accessories, maybe a chain. And then they put you on the cocoa butter, making sure that you're moisturized throughout your entire body. Because for some reason, black women can sense dry skin from a mile away. And most of us guys, we really only use lotion on our common parts. And then they get to throwing away your clothes and replacing it with stuff that they like. Danielle threw away my whole wardrobe. I'm still looking for shirts that I had before I met her. She hated my zoot suits with the long coat. I was pimping. And then she went to the hair. She the one who told me to go ahead and let it go and grow a beard. I was cool being naked face. I used to think I was a dresser. I used to think I had swag. And now all of my confidence in choosing clothes is gone out the window, and I just put on whatever she tells me to wear. But ladies, I want y'all to take notes, because we'll sit here calm, cool, and collected while y'all change us into the man that y'all want. And as soon as we say one little thing about a hairstyle that we don't like, it's the end of the world.
Hey ladies. So with this black wife effect trend going on of people showing like their husbands before they met them and now their husbands now and how much better looking and well off they are, people are now resurfacing this quote from Ben Horowitz, a billionaire, that he made back in 2016. This is nothing new, of him saying that most billionaires prefer black wives. He went on to say that it's because we are very loyal and we provide a stable foundation for them. And there have been a couple of very dusty, regular looking black men on the internet who are upset about us praising this fact, because he's saying that y'all are giving them too much credit for saying the bare minimum. Baby, let's not get into the discussion of praising people for the bare minimum. I promise you that's not where you want to go. That's not what you want to do, babes. Moreover, we really shouldn't be surprised or shocked or anything, because there are countless millionaires and billionaires with black wives, and they're not even all white. David Lloyd Stewart, one of the only black billionaires, he's the owner of Worldwide Technology. Black wife, baby. Ted Sarandos, CEO of Netflix, the man that has provided you with countless Netflix and chills, black wife. George Lucas, creator of Star Wars, black wife. Peter Norton's creator of the Norton Home Security, black wife, baby. So let's not play. This is not brand new. This is not, no, baby. They've been on this. Y'all are the ones that didn't realize it. And what's so hilarious about this is that looking at the media and looking at the men like that we see as rich and wealthy, the athletes, the basketball players, the football players, the rappers, they get a little money and they decide they want a white wife. Nothing wrong with that. Do what you do. Like what you like. I'm not mad at you. But the men with the real money, the generational money, black wife, baby. Yeah, get it.
Now, I hate to be the one to stir the pot. I really do, but I'm sorry. If I see some hypocritical shit, I'm calling it out. It's a trend going on right now, and they're calling it the black wife effect, right? Pretty much, it's black women who are married outside of their race, and they're showing the before and the after of their husband being married to them, right? Like I always say, I don't give a damn about nobody's preference. You can marry the size, shape, color. You can marry whoever and whatever you want. I don't give a damn. But this is where I do have an issue. Just read these comments. I'm loving these black wife effect. Keep them coming, ladies. 15.5 thousand likes. The material was always there. Sis said, rise, king, and he did. 1,200 likes. I love this trend. God damn, you won. Shit. Girl, what kind of seasoning you used on this one? Now let's flip the roles real quick. If black men was coming out here posting on this app, showing the before and after of they white wives and they other race wives, saying they put seasoning on them, because all the seasoning really is like you could just tell they've been involved in black culture and now they a little bit culture. That's really all the seasoning that they put. But if black men was doing this with they white wives and they Hispanic and Asian wives, oh my God, we wouldn't be able to breathe. I'm black, my daughter black, her mama black, she got 4 black grandparents. But if I was in these comments asking, oh, what seasoning you put on that one? Man, what? Y'all would be giving me hell. And don't act like y'all wouldn't.
Y'all tried to eat me up over Drake saving his mom's mom. So this one should cause quite the kerfuffle. A white billionaire said that black wives are for grown-ups and other races of men are agreeing and saying that they really do prefer black women for happy and stable relationships, and black men are upset about this. All my white boyfriends have told me I was their healthiest relationship. I believe this. But yes, for sure. I ain't really got a dog in this fight, so I don't really care. Is that bad? Y'all gonna eat me up. Y'all eat me up for everything, so whatever. I don't really care personally, but I do care. I want to hear what you think. I don't want to say I don't care. Like, don't come for me. Like, I don't care that much. Like, don't try to come for me. But I do want to hear your input. Like, what do you think? How do you feel? What is that? Was this really said? What's the source? I don't do no homework. I just be saying stuff. Y'all should know this by now. Y'all get so mad. So if you have a dog in this fight, what side is it on and what breed is it? Is it barking? Does it bite? Like, what say you? She asked the public. I want to know from you, the people. Now, seriously, tell me what you think.
As somebody with a black mom and white dad, this black wife effect, chef's kiss, needs to be studied on a deeper and more statistical level. Because these glow ups that I'm seeing with these white men who are with their black girlfriends and wives, it's just so heartwarming and it really hits close to home. And I can happily and proudly say that my father also went through the black wife effect. My mother leveled up my dad in terms of his career. So it was 2001, 9/11 had happened, and the job market completely just went downhill. And my father lost his job due to this. So my dad became domestic dad. He took care of me. He cleaned the house. He cooked. He helped me with my homework. He dropped me off at school, picked me up, while my mother went to work, right? Because, we got to put food on the table. We have to just make sure that things are running smoothly now that he's in this temporary position. My father was job hunting. And mind you, my father doesn't have a degree, whereas my mother does. My dad sees this job at this oil and gas company for a sales position. And it required that he have a degree, but my father didn't have that. So he was like, no, I can't apply for this job. I don't meet the credentials. But the thing about my father is that he has an extensive sales background and he knows how to talk to people, okay? He's got the personality. My father could sell you this box of tissue easily. However, my mother was like, boy, please, you gonna apply for this job. I don't care whether or not you meet the academic credentials. You need to believe in yourself. And as a matter of fact, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to touch up your resume, okay? I'm gonna clean it up. I'm going to add on to your skills, and I'm going to just, spruce it up a bit, because black wife effect, I believe in you. I can upgrade you like that Beyonce song. My father at the time had to go back to his old job at a restaurant where he was a manager, and he didn't like it, but he said, you know what, I'm just gonna go back if something better comes up. My mother eventually sends up his resume. My dad's like, I'm not gonna get this job. Tell me why this oil and gas company sees my father's resume and calls him in for an interview. My dad was like, okay, I'm just going to do the best that I can and we'll just see what happens. Goes to the interview. He sells his skills in sales. But mind you, my father doesn't have a degree. The company calls him back for a second interview. And shortly after the second interview, he gets the job at the oil and gas company. All because my mother, a black woman, believed in him. She believed that my man has all these incredible skills. He's sleeping on himself and he needs to tap into his confidence and believe that he can get this particular job. He goes into work on his first day and finds out that this very job at this oil and gas company has a lot of perks that come with it. Or he gets his own company vehicle, which was a Ford F-150. He got his own cell phone, which he doesn't have to pay a bill on. And since it's an oil and gas company, he gets free gas. So whenever he's on the road traveling in his F-150, making calls on the mobile phone that he doesn't have to pay the bill for, he also gets free gas. My father is still working at that company to this day and makes very good money. I'm not going to say the figures, but you know, oil and gas, cha-ching. All because my mother, a black woman, believed in him. Now him and my mom paid off their mortgage. They both work very successful jobs. Father works in oil and gas. My mother's an entrepreneur. And they travel 3 or 4 times a year. So they're living a pretty good life. As someone who has seen it for 32 years of her life, as the daughter, as a child of a black mom and a white dad, the black wife trend is very much real. I can see why it's called Black Girl Magic for a reason. And I hope and pray that that man is also leveling you up in some way as well, because I see it in my parents every single day.
The things that I like about them are, first of all, the skin color. I love their skin. It is so beautiful, so smooth looking. It doesn't age like my skin is aging. I'm 27, and I know people older than me, and they look better than me. 2, their lips. Lips are a very big physical attraction for me. I love a girl that has big lips, you know, bigger lips. I just think it's better. That's just my preference. What else? Their hair. That's a big one too. I love their hair. I love the texture of it. I love the way it looks. I love the way that some girls can make it into a big old afro.
Want to know something funny? The black wife effect works on black men too. It's just a little bit easier, I think, with men who are not black because they date black women without the intimidation isn't there. They're not intimidated by the black woman. They're kind of just happy to be there. So they're more open to taking suggestion from a black woman versus a black man. But there are some black men that will tell you that the black women in their lives completely elevated them as far as their personal style, business, and a host of other things. But I think it's just harder to do that with black couples if that black man doesn't see the value in what black women bring to the table. I noticed there's this level of respect in interracial relationships off the bat, I believe, just because that racial factor is there. So you want to make sure your partner is comfortable. So whereas 2 black people are in a relationship and they're both black and they know what it means to be black and they're going through black things together, they almost kind of take each other for granted in a sense. So if you're not fully open and healed, you don't want to listen to each other. Seeing the black wife effect in these interracial relationships, these white men, Asian men, whatever their race, they're coming into it like, I'm just happy to be here. I trust this black woman. I know I'm in the right place, and whatever she says to me or whatever she sees for the vision, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna try it because I trust her 100%. But for some reason, sometimes in black relationships, we're not trusting each other. Does that make sense? Can somebody help me walk through that? Like, if I was to date a white man right now, I don't know what it's like to experience life as a white man, and he doesn't know what it's like to experience life as a black woman. So we have to come into it with an open mind and an open heart so we can listen and understand each other and care for each other. So I think that's how that level of trust is built, and you're kind of able to elevate each other in a sense. And I really don't say that to say that black people can't do that for each other, because my mom literally did the black wife effect with my dad and like his level of style and things like that. So it happens all the time in black relationships. But I think in the current climate with the conversations that are happening between black women and black men, I think that's kind of one of the reasons why we don't see eye to eye, is because we don't trust each other. We don't trust each other. And I want to know, why is that? Like, why don't we trust each other?
As much as the society tries so hard to put black women down, as much as the society tries to make black women not feel worthy of themselves or to make them just feel less than, this is something that is ongoing in our society. We can't deny that. But there is power in these black women. There is power in us. Not only those black women married to white guys or Asian or whoever. I'm not even speaking about race. A man who will marry a black woman and love that woman so well, there is going to be a massive change. There is just this glow up that comes when a man marries a good black woman and he treats her better, because women are naturals. This is something that is natural and you can't take it away from a woman. A woman will take care of a man as if he is her baby, you know. It doesn't matter whether you're rich, it doesn't matter whether you're poor. As long as you love this woman and you treat her with respect, you show her that she is worthy, she's going to change you in many ways. A black woman would change a man in so many different ways. It can be physically, it can be emotionally, it can be financially. You know, you will meet a man when he just has a vision. He doesn't even have the money right now. But when this man decides to stay with this black woman and he sets his mind on his vision, on his goal with his black woman, in a few years you're going to see the change. This is something that is out there. We see it every day. We see how black women meet a man who has nothing, but if you give them like 2 years, 3 years, you will see that they have a lot. They have a house, they have cars. There is just change, because black women have this thing in them. I don't even know what it is. Black women are so supportive when it comes to just building something. It might be a family, it might be financial situation. And when you marry a black woman that shares the same vision as you, or it might be different, but she will support you still. Whether you're a white man, whether you're a black man, I don't care the race that the man is. If you have ever been in a relationship with a black woman and you guys are so serious about life, you're so serious about starting a family, trust me, there is going to be a lot of change in just a few years or maybe just some few months. Now, when we just talk about physical glow up, a black woman will meet a black man or even a white man or just any other man who doesn't take so much interest in his physical appearance. But this woman, with time, she is going to change the way this man dresses. For example, if the man doesn't dress up well or he's just someone who doesn't care, you're going to see the change in just a few period of time. You're going to see a big difference, the glow up, even body weight. If the man was slim, you can see some changes. If the man was fat, maybe the wife encouraged him to go and lose some weight. So whether we accept it or not, there is the black wife effect. Whether it is scientifically proven or not, it is something that is there. It is something that women do to men who they love. Even if we talk about emotional stability, when you have a black woman, she will help you to be calm. She will help you to be grounded. She will help you to focus more on your vision, to grow up emotionally, This also happens if it is you guys are compatible and you guys respect each other, you guys listen and understand what each other needs. So it's not just that you will treat someone badly and expect that you will grow. Just expect change and you're not putting in the work. There is work that is done behind the scenes. So even if you look at these rich billionaires, these public figures, people who are just rich, if you try to follow up, you will find that they have a black wife. It's not to put down any other race of women, but it is just to appreciate the power of black women, to let the society know that black women are so powerful. Black women need to be respected. Black women need to be appreciated. They are taken for granted. But have you ever thought that without these women there would be no generations? Because who gives birth? Women. Women need to be given more respect, and not to say that men don't need to be respected, but the society has made it look like men are everything. But you know what, even if the world was run by men alone, there would be no generations, there would be no birth rates. Like, men can't just survive without women. I said it. I know it'll come for me, but it is the truth. I can say also culturally, black women influence men culturally. If a man is used to doing things in a certain way, culture is the way of life. That's how the society perceives things to be done. This can be just how this woman does things. And maybe if you meet a man who is not organized, a man who does not have a vision, a man who just does things randomly, it's so easy for a black woman, to influence a man into doing things in the right way. If this man was a drunkard, it's so easy for this woman to influence him to stop with the drinking. And it's not that even for the bad behavior a woman will influence a man. A good woman, a good black woman who wants to see growth, who wants to see change in a man she loves, she will try to influence him into doing things the right way. Yeah, so black women are so good. The society needs to appreciate black women more. The society needs to stop looking down on black women, because nowadays every gender is doing any kind of a job. And if you find a woman in a field that is considered a male dominated field, there is a way that people perceive that woman. For example, if you find a woman who is driving trucks, there is just a way that people will take her. Let's normalize that even women have decided they're going to work, they're going to have their own independence, no matter the kind of job. As long as you are able to do it, you are physically fit, you are mentally fit for that kind of job, and it is getting you something to feed your people, to feed yourself. Let women work. Stop the stereotypes, stop with the judgmental views every now and then. And also on our topic on black wife effect, it is something that needs to go both ways. You can't just marry a black woman, sit there doing nothing, and expect to see change in a few years. You need to love this woman, you need to respect her, you need to support her also. You can't just sit back and say that, you know what, this woman is going to do everything for me, she's going to change me. It needs to work both ways. If you have decided that you're going to choose a black woman, love her, respect her, listen to her, try and understand her. She will also do the same. And it's not like it's a competition. I believe that people need to coexist together, and you can't coexist if you can't understand one another, if you can't listen up to each other when issues arise or when you have something that you need to air out. So also, let's not give women the burden of changing someone. You can't just say that you're a bad person, or you're not emotionally intelligent, you're just someone who does things the way you want, and you expect that a woman will come and change you. I also believe that change begins with you yourself. You need to be able to realize that I am not perfect in this sector, or I need to change up on this, and begin by yourself. Begin to change some of the things you do, but don't just expect or leave the burden to a woman to come and change you, to come and influence you to do things the right way. No, start working on yourself, and also support your woman and everything will fall into place. So if you are a man out there who is married to a black woman and you have seen the change, can you share with us in the comment section down below? How is the experience so far? How is it? And if you are a man who have tried dating or marrying different races of women, how is it? Can you share with us also in the comment section down below? With that said, let's meet in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share, and I really appreciate. See you in the next video. Bye guys.